Hello and good morning, everybody. I just want to preface this by saying sorry about the not actual upload yesterday. Um, that on its own wouldn't have been bad if I had just streamed it, but when I record, um, I actually have to turn off the track of my voice that would be picked up during my live streams because otherwise my voice is not on a separate track for editing. um, and it's probably a blessing in disguise that it didn't work out because I sounded terrible yesterday. I still am very tired today, but I was so tired yesterday that my voice was cracking and I was struggling to just exist. But it's okay, because now I can just voice over it. I'll read the dialogue, and everything should work out fine. Kihara-san, please reconsider my advertisement offer. A device that has the sound of running water. That Shinri Tengoku member might still be inside. A device that indicates the ventilation conditions in the carriage. The door handle appears to be warped by some great external force, and it's stained with dried blood. An empty trash bin, a door control switch. The tap has become rusty, and reddish-brown water keeps dripping from it. I think at this point I was just really confused. I couldn't remember where I needed to go. Mochi-chan usually wouldn't dare to watch horror movies. Human, don't tell me you have that magic to make kittens braver. Kihara-san, can we go back now? We have some issues. I see. Sorry, Mochi-chan and Aizawa-san. You've both helped a lot, but unfortunately... Kihara-san, what's most important is that you're okay. I looked around and came up with a backup plan. Based on what I can see outside the window, we have left Kodomori Town and we're at Chikuho Prefectural Park, dozens of kilometers away. Now that we can't return by Nensha, we can go back to Kodomori Town by using the normal way. The normal way? Go to the cab, find the captain, and ask him to drive the ghost train back to Kodomori Town train station. The captain of Ghost Train is most likely a regular at the cafe, and he might agree. Those simple-minded guys don't know coffee at all. They visit the cafe to pursue Sakurako. As long as you tell them, Sakurako-san will appreciate that greatly. I'm certain they will be glad to help you. Will that create trouble for Sakurako-san? Look at our predicament. We're here because it's that fool's fault. We should punish her a bit. I'm gonna find a way to the cab. The door handle is frozen solid. The ice pick should be able to break off the ice. The ice around the door handle is broken off. The ice pick is broken. I had completely forgotten I picked that up too. I'm glad that all worked out. The floor is slippery. Confirm the path first before moving across. A chubby snowcat. A device that displays the weather, temperature, and ventilation conditions. Temperature, abnormal cold. The door is sealed shut by solid ice. Beside the door, I can barely make out the words driver cabin. I broke the ice pick just now. Let's Let's find another way to break the ice. A round snowman. Safety tips poster. One half of the poster, Tower of the Sun, is torn off. I remember there's a similar poster in another carriage earlier. I know that the tune was like a cute touch, but I'm really glad I didn't get stuck there. I can sense magic from the poster. Cat spirits like me are quite sensitive to things with magic. I heard about cat spirits, but this is the first time I've seen one. May I pet you, cute kitty kitty? Why are you scowling? Seems Rin-chan doesn't like to be touched. And it's gross to be touched by a chicken, which looks like a white potato. Let's check this poster first. One half of the poster, Tower of the Sun, is torn off. The bright and warm colors seem as if it could make anyone feel that heat from the sun. Tear down the poster. You obtain the poster of the Tower of the Sun. The skies turned dark. Is it because I tore down this poster? Ghost Train is an aggregation of all that consciousness. This poster might have come into being from some kind of powerful consciousness. Maybe we can use this poster to melt the snow in that carriage. Eh? It's nighttime already after my nap? Time to work. Water is leaking in which carriage? The door is sealed shut by solid ice. Yeah, I don't know why I went straight back to the door instead of trying to put the poster up. The poster I tore off is probably the upper half of this one. The snowman is melted. What a big cat! Oja-san, thank you for saving me from the chains. 100 years ago, a passing traveler created me. I was just a common snowman. I was afraid I would melt and disappear, so I hoped the winter could last as long as possible. The fear of death and the obsession with life finally became snow, which lasted for 100 years. Even if I'm not afraid to melt anymore, the obsession of 100 years was too strong and couldn't disappear, so it ended up like this. If you hadn't helped, Oja-san, I would never have freed myself from these chains. Can you tell me your name? My name is Kihara Kashin. I will remember this name. I'm leaving then. I'm really eager to see the world after 100 years. Goodbye, until we meet again, Kihara-san. Goodbye. The door is locked and a note is posted on the door plate. If you encounter difficulties in opening the door, please look for the maintenance staff on duty. And then he's up here effing blinding. What's this? No idea at all. What's the problem? Seems the pipe is leaking, but I'm not good at fixing this. The maintenance man who is normally in charge of this is on leave, and I'm just a temporary worker. Actually, I excel in cooking. I can try fixing it if you don't mind. Mochi-chan, do you really know how to fix it? Yara-chan is a very helpful and versatile girl, skilled with all sorts of home improvements. My father's often known at home, so I'm quite adept at fixing things around the house. Okay, then please help me with it. It took me way too long to realize that the bottom is where the leak was. The water pipe is fixed. Problem solved. Amazing. By the way, what's your name? I'm Kihara Kashin. I'm Dodo. Kihara-san, if you encounter any problems on the train, come to me anytime. Dodo, I have a question right now. You need to ask the train captain to drive back? Kihara-san, I love your outlandish ideas. Actually, it's not impossible. The train can go wherever it wants. I have a set of lockpicks. It could be used to open the door to the cab. Lockpicks? That door hasn't been maintained for a long time. The captain's often trapped inside. Take it. Consider it a thank you present for helping me. Well then, I'm going back to sleep. It's so easy to feel sleepy in this weather. The watermelons have grown to full size. Ichijiro-san seems to be calling me. I heard Kihara-san fix the pipes. Awesome. It's nothing. Yeah, it was so overcast and I didn't see you clearly earlier. Only now do I realize you look like a girl I met before. Around 15 years ago, I saw a girl who looked like you at Kurumori Town Station, but she was older than you, maybe around 20. She was sitting in a chair in the train station with her long black hair that was really so gorgeous that I couldn't help drawing that scene. Ichijiro-san, do you still have that drawing? It's been so long. I'm not too sure where I kept it. Kihara-san, you seem quite interested in that drawing. Since you care about it so much, I'll look for it when I get back. Ichijiro-san, thank you very much. Sorry for declining your offer to be your brand ambassador earlier. Don't worry, Kihara-san. It's an honor to be at your service. I feel more guilty. Of course, I would be very grateful if you can be my brand ambassador. Who knows, I might even find that drawing sooner. How about it, Kihara-san? Would you like to be my brand ambassador? I get it now, this is part of your tricks. But it's a good one. I'll try. I'm really grateful. What should I do? My posters are all hand-drawn, so I only need one portrait of you. Kihara-san, please take a seat over there. It will only take a while. To be honest, I'm surprised you're so good at drawing. I'm flattered. In fact, I wanted to become an artist and travel around the world since I was small. But my father asked me to take over the fruit shop. After running the business, decades have passed. Now I've got my family, and those days when I could draw freely are out of reach for me. But I'm pleased to see my children growing up happily. I'm almost done. I'm gonna add a few slogans. Oh, and I can't forget your name. By the way, what do you plan to do in the future? My father wanted me to be a doctor. What do you think about that? I don't know. If I were younger, I would say, idiot, you don't even have a goal in life, and what is the meaning of life? But now I won't say that. In my opinion, whether you like what you're currently doing or not, you should do your best in everything that you do. Done. Kihara-san, I hope you like it. Kichijiro's watermelon shaved ice. Oh, wow. It's beautiful. This is a shaved ice poster? Kihara-san, you gave me some inspiration. You have a special presence on you. It's not as sweet as cherry blossoms or as passionate as roses. But it is as cool as the sea breeze lightly mixed with salt. It could give tourists a refreshing feeling after they have endured the hot summer weather. Speaking of summer, certainly reminds me of shaved ice. Shaved ice plus watermelon plus Kihara-san's endorsement. What a perfect combination. I know you're praising me, but it's rather embarrassing. You can keep this original copy, Kihara-san. I'm going back to prepare on the advertisement materials. You can come to Kichijiro's fruit shop at Kuromoricho Station if you would like to know about the drawing and reward. I look forward to your visit. Yeah. You obtain the shaved ice poster. Kihara-chan, why do you care about that drawing so much? I don't know if it's a coincidence. Now, we're in 1995, 15 years ago. It was the year 1980 when I wasn't born yet. My family moved to Kodomori Town a few years before I was born, and the time coincides with that time when Kichijiro-san met that girl. My mother was in her 20s, which matches the age Kichijiro-san described. So you want to confirm whether it's your mother in that drawing? Yeah. My father mentioned once about the car accident when I was 8. The car burst into flames by itself. My mother and the luggage in the back seat of the car turned to ash in the fire. The most precious memories of my family, including photos of my mother, were gone. Let's talk about it later when we reach Kuromoricho Station. Now that I've got the lockpicks, we can go to the cab. I forgot to call Aizawa-san and the others. Aizawa-san, I've got the tool to open the door to the cab. Well done. Let's go. Aizawa and Makoto, rin-chan, and mochi-chan have joined the team. I've never used this kind of lockpick. Yada-san, let me try. Father once told me a story. There's a kind of traveling cat which would spend its entire life on a train. They feed on the wind and rain and sleep by listening to the sound of moving trains. They will become beautiful gemstones when they die and drop onto the railway tracks. It's said that you can experience the scenery which they've seen with these gemstones. Makoto-chan, say goodnight to Papa. Mama, is Papa asleep? Yes, Papa's asleep. When will Papa wake up? I'd like him to tell me the story about the traveling cat. Papa said the traveling cats have seen all kinds of people and scenery, and he also said these stories would take more than an entire lifetime to tell. Makoto-chan, Papa is on a trip with the traveling cat. It's going to take a very long time before he can come back. When he comes back, he'll definitely tell a lot of stories to Makoto-chan. Really? I want to travel with the traveling cats too. Makoto-chan. I have very mixed feelings about telling a child that someone's sleeping when it's a funeral. Father didn't come back home. As for me, I've decided to step on the train to look for the stories my father didn't manage to tell me. Only because, like, I understand wanting to cushion the blow, but it's also just, I feel weird lying. There's a resume on the table. Hagino Makoto, 24 years old, Kanto University, Master of Engineering in Transportation Engineering. Position applied, train captain. You obtained the resume. A news report. Recently, top train captain Hagino Kenji died in a car accident. According to an investigation, a child suddenly ran across the road. Hagino Kenji tried to avoid the child, crashed into a telephone pole at one side of the road, and sustained severe injuries where he died subsequently. The Hagino family worked on the railways for generations and can be traced back to the Meiji period. It can be said that the Hagino family has witnessed how Japan railways have flourished. But Hagino Kenji-san's abrupt demise in the accident has left his wife and 6-year-old daughter behind, and the Hagino family's illustrious history may come to an end. Nice to meet all of you. My name is... I know, you're Hagino-san yet, right? We've seen your application. You're not only an honor student at your university, but you're also a beauty. Captain, please hire some pretty girls to be our attendants so that our trains will be more attractive. Sorry, I'm applying to be a train captain. Being a train captain is boring. Hagino-san, a beauty like you is ideal for the position as a train attendant. Women always spend a lot of time on their appearance. It would be terrible if it led to train delays. Be quiet, both of you. Hagino-san, you might not know me. I'm your father's former colleague. I'm Hase Ichiro. No wonder this family name Hagino sounds so familiar to me. I didn't know you're Hagino-san's daughter. Please excuse me for being rude just now. I heard Hagino Kenji-san hit a telephone pole to avoid hitting a pedestrian while driving. What a pity. He left behind such a cute daughter. He used to be the best train captain, and he would die at the foot of a telephone pole. How ironic. Shut up, you two. Kenji-kun is a good role model. Don't be rude. Excuse me, Hagino-san. Can you tell us why you want to be a train captain? My family has worked on the railways for generations. My grandfather and my father were distinguished train captains. Hagino-san, maybe I didn't make it clear enough. I'm interested to know why you want to be a captain. This question has nothing to do with your family's wishes. My father once told me a story when I was a child, and I liked it very much. It's because of that story that I want to be a train captain and steer trains to look for all the beautiful scenery around the world. Your father probably told you about that story of the traveling cat, am I right? That story is a very interesting fairy tale. But to be honest, the job of train captain is no fairy tale. Hagino-san, your performance during your internship was excellent, but the position of train captain requires experience. It's like a new train going through a run-in period. A captain would also need years of experience. Although Kenji-kun is my good friend, I can't take the risk to let a rookie become a train captain. I see. Thank you for telling me. I haven't finished yet. Kenji-kun also started as a train attendant, and advanced step by step until he became a captain. If you are interested, you can work for Train 135 as an attendant. I believe with your qualifications and abilities, it's only a matter of time before you become a captain. Thank you very much. Welcome aboard, Hagino-san. By the way, I can introduce some nice eating places around here to you. If you think we'll take special care of you just because you're a girl, think again. By the way, call the next interviewee over here. Yes, I will work hard. Please guide me well from now on. Photo of my father. A mirror. What needs to be sorted out? There's a staff card on the table. Hagino Makoto, 24 years old, train 135 attendant. Obtained Hagino Makoto staff card. Ma'am, please keep away from the control panel. Sorry, sir, I need to ask a favor. Return to Kuromori-cho. It's hard. We're Sakurako-san's friends. If you help us, Sakurako-san will appreciate that. Sakurako-san? Oh, on second thought, it's not really hard. We don't have that many passengers on this train anyway. Yes, thank you very much. I thought he would jump in excitement upon hearing Sakurako's name. Don't tell me he's not courting that stupid Sakurako. I'm about to change direction. Hold on tight. We're expected to arrive at Kuromori-cho Station in 10 minutes. Please don't run about until we reach Kuromori-cho Station. Yes. A journey of spiritual cleansing, Sugihara Hirosumi. This age is in a period of decay. Men are bowing and forcing a smile for that stench of money. Women are wearing outlandish clothes and putting on airs in front of their resplendent mirrors. This age is in a period of decline. Enterprises are using their employees by treating flesh and blood as screws, bones as gears, and throwing enthusiasm into the boilers, to burn, create, and power vehicles which belch black smoke and crush all ideals and beliefs. Utopia. It is the pure land of this era, the heaven which is full of happiness, and the fertile land for freedom and humanity. Get rid of your desires and seek inner peace. The door to happiness and utopia is right here. Sugihara Hirosumi. That name rings a bell. There's a note in the book. By the will of Shinri Tengoku, this mission is to purify the world of all foolish and backward souls. The specific place and time will be decided by Matsuyama-san. When the mission is complete, the door to happiness will open for you. Burn this message after reading it. You obtain the mysterious note. The bookshelf has some books on rock climbing, and there's a box with a combination lock at the lowest shelf. Let's look for clues on the combination number first. Put the note inside. The words on the note disappear and reveal mysterious patterns. You obtain the second mysterious note. And then based on the dots, it was 135. The box with combination lock is opened. There's a letter in the box. Yamada-san, I've received your letter. Sorry to hear that you just got divorced. Hope you're not depressed over it. The greedy capitalists have sinned by failing to recognize your talents. The sycophantic colleagues and your gold-digging wife who laugh at you will get their retribution. The last time we met, you told me about your experience when you climbed Mount Fuji. I could tell you're a brave, strong-minded, forward-looking, and also a reliable person. Now, I have a great plan, and you are the perfect person to help me carry it out. They say Kuromori-cho is uncivilized to this day. The people who live there are like barbarians. They worship the primitive and cruel and orthodox deity to satisfy their needs and desires. I hope you can go to Kuromori-cho and use the light of truth to cleanse that place of filth. When the task is completed, I will personally open the door to happiness and welcome you with open arms. Sugihara Hirosumi. I remember Sugihara Hirosumi as the founder of Shinri Tengoku. But why is this letter here? cat's body. The journey is over. Emergency notice. A suspected gas leak of unidentified nature is in Carriage 1. We have activated emergency measures to stop the gas from spreading. All passengers, please do not panic, and proceed towards the green emergency lights to leave the train. That actually scared me when I was first playing through this. The spider just showed up out of nowhere because I was expecting a guy. And this took me a couple tries too, because I couldn't figure out where to go. The first time I saw Hagino-san, she was dressed in a gray suit in a perfectly neat manner. She was sitting up on the chair, clutching one corner of her clothes. She looked a bit nervous. She said, "I want to be a train captain." The people around me burst into laughter. How could a girl become a train captain? Her eyes didn't waver in front of all that doubt and ridicule. I've seen the same expression in her father's eyes. She stepped into train 135 with that determined look and became an attendant. It wasn't what she wanted, but she did much better than anyone else. The train will arrive at Kuromoricho Station shortly. The passengers at the platform haven't been evacuated. We have to lock the air vents in Carriage 1 so that the gas doesn't spread. But we haven't checked whether there are survivors in the carriage. Carriage 1 is a moving gas tank now. If we don't shut the vents, the residents along the railway and the passengers at the station would be in danger. Hagino-kun, this matter will have nothing to do with you. I will take all responsibility. The train is coming to Kuromoricho Station. I'm going to issue the warning. Hagino-kun, stay here and evacuate the passengers to a safe area when the train arrives. She was shaking, but her eyes didn't waver. She remained at her post until the last passenger left. Ma'am, please get out of here quickly. Go to hell. Everyone should go to hell. Open the door. Release the door handle. Why? Why do girls like you always get in my way? When we found Hagino-san, she was holding the deformed door handle tightly in her arms. In the face of danger, Hagino Makoto-san was as brave as her father, Hagino Kenji-san. Their names will shine brightly forever and guide the train into moving forward like the Big Dipper. May her noble soul rest in peace. Now I know. Why this train felt so familiar to me when I stepped into it. I remember everything. Sakurako-san gave me that cup of coffee. Perhaps Sakurako-san didn't want you to remember those painful memories. I don't blame her. On the contrary, I appreciate it. The days I've spent in the cafe are the happiest moments in my short life. Kihara-san, thank you. This adventure helped me to find out where I belong. I was born in a family who worked on the railways for generations. I spent my whole life chasing trains and would finally die in a train. I'm destined to lead a wandering life since the train is where I should belong. Izawa-san, you mean... I'll continue with my travels, listen to the stories I've never heard when I was alive, and enjoy the beautiful scenery along the way. This is my lifelong dream, and I want to realize it. But... Yahara-san, I know. If I go back to the cafe to say goodbye to Sakurako-san, the things over there would only make me give up on the idea of traveling around. Having coffee with Sakurako-san and watching movies with rin-chan and mochi-chan are wonderful memories for me. But the cafe is just a rest stop, not a destination. Yahara-san, I believe the trains bring separation and reunion. We will meet again if fate allows it. Izawa-san gave me a transparent gemstone, stepped into the ghost train, and disappeared in the rain. The feather is shining brightly. Sakurako-san. Sorry, Izawa-san. I know. Izawa-san left behind this stone before she left. It's a Tabineko stone, a cat's eye. Tabineko. Izawa-san told me about the tales of the traveling cat. According to the story, there's a type of traveling cat which spends its life on a train. When they die, they become beautiful gemstones and drop on the train tracks. You can see what they have experienced in their lifetime through these stones. Thus, Izawa-san was determined to be a train captain. She was so obsessed with it that her soul didn't disappear after she died. When I found her in the carriage, she had huddled up just like a shivering kitty in the rain. I gave her a new name and identity to allow her to move forward and forget her past. I was too selfish. I thought by doing it this way, she would stay with me and live happily with a different identity. But magic to make someone lose their memories would lose its effectiveness, and she never gave up on her lifelong dream. She was like a kitten who loved to travel freely. But this time, she probably won't come back. I believe Izawa-san's soul didn't disappear. Izawa-san's lifelong ambition isn't the train, but the unknown journey in which the train embarks on. The moment she stepped on the train, it's not the end of her existence as a wandering soul, but the beginning of a new journey. I believe Izawa-san is enjoying the scenery in her journey somewhere in this world. She said before that we'll meet again someday if fate allows it. She'll definitely be back. I see. In that case, I will wait for her to come back. She is like a lost kitten who's finally found the train, heading towards that fairy tale kingdom. Okay. And that is where this one ends. As always, thank you so much for watching. Not washing, watching. Wow, we're doing great. Words are smooth as hell, huh? Anyway, I hope you're all having a fantastic week. weekend. It's the weekend now. I don't know what day it is anymore. But I hope to see you next time. Sorry again for the delay.